would like to give the floor to Mr. Triantafyllidis, but I need to know if he is connected. Oh, you are here.
Thank you, Madam.
Thanks a lot.
Dear colleagues, I would like to begin my speech on behalf of UL by recalling the sad today anniversary of the attack by Azerbaijan against Nagorno-Karabakh, Republic of Artsakh, but also of the commitments that both Armenia and Azerbaijan committed themselves upon their accession to the Council of Europe in January 2001 to use only peaceful means for settling the conflict. With the above in mind, let me focus not on the political consequences or the agreements which were in any case determined by the tripartite treaty between Armenia, Russia and Azerbaijan, but on what everywhere leaves behind, that is the tragic consequences on humanitarian level. The data show in the most dramatic way the tragic consequences of this 6 weeks war, that is thousands of dead, including many civilians, as well as hundreds of missing persons. The losses in human lives were tragic, as were the damages to the infrastructure of cities and villages, but also to thousands of cultural monuments, churches and monasteries. Thousands of civilians were displaced over the course of 6 weeks, with the major victims being women and young children. The consequence of all this, the deprivation of their basic rights such as education, housing and work. According to recent sources, 36,000 Armenians have not returned home since the 6 weeks war. Speaking of human rights abuses, I cannot fail to mention both war crimes and the exchange of prisoners of war. In the first case, there is information available for killings without prior trial, for torture of prisoners of war, indiscriminate use of weapons, which resulted in the loss of civilians. Finally, the nationalist outbursts and intolerance cultivated mainly by Azerbaijan probably do not help to resolve any differences between the two countries peacefully and with respect for human rights. Ladies and gentlemen, our colleague Paul Gavin reflected the consequences in an excellent way in his report and called on the two countries first to comply with COE's recommendations and to respect international treaties. We are therefore called upon to pay particular attention to the needs and rights of the displaced and to issues related to their return, confidence building measures for all affected communities and measures necessary to build tolerant societies and tackle hate speech. Thank you for your attention.
You was too long.